Welcome to DEMOCREPUBLIX, where we cover the real news that matter to we the people. Foreign actors had access to Hillary Clinton's email server, Congressman says. The Epic Time reports that foreign actors obtained access to the private, unauthorized email server that Hillary Clinton used during her time as Secretary of State, according to Representative Mark Meadows. Quote, "There is no denying that foreign actors actually had access to the server," Meadows told the Epic Times at a conservative political conference in Australia on August 10th. The question is, to what extent? And I think there are several members of Congress who believe that it was a lot more invasive than perhaps the original Inspector General report. I'm going to stop right here for a second. One of the reasons that I remember one of the reasons that Comey gave that he didn't prosecute Hillary Clinton was because no one actually looked at the email servers. But it's been speculated that the reason why Hillary Clinton set up this server was to sell classified information. So what she would do is she would get places like Saudi Arabia and Russia and countries and people and places like that to donate to the Clinton Foundation. And then once they donate to the Clinton Foundation, she would give them free reign of the of her server with classified information. That's what a lot of people believe was happening with her servers. But the article goes on to say that Meadows made the statement while responding to a question about a supplementary report Department of Justice Inspector General Michael Horowitz sent to lawmakers. In testimony before Congress in 2018, Horowitz promised to update the House Judiciary and Oversight Committee on what steps the FBI took to investigate a lead from the Intelligence Community Inspector General, ICIG. The ICIG told the FBI that an anomaly in the metadata of Clinton's email messages suggests that a foreign third party received a copy of virtually every email that passed through the server. Despite the alarming nature of the ICIG's lead, it wasn't included in the 568-page report by the Inspector General on the handling of the Clinton email case. The report also doesn't address what digital forensic efforts the FBI undertook to determine whether an unauthorized third party accessed Clinton's server. Horowitz's supplemental report was meant to rectify that gap. His findings on the matter left some lawmakers feeling that the Justice Department didn't do enough to investigate the possibility the server was hacked. And I would agree with that. I'm wondering, why did they leave that out the report? Quote, "The Inspector General did respond to our committee in terms of foreign infiltration into the Hillary Clinton server. Some members of Congress felt that the analysis done by the DOJ was less than robust and didn't go far enough into the potential for some of the infiltration that whistleblowers had indicated to us had actually occurred." Peter Strzok, the FBI agent who led the Clinton email investigation, expressed intense bias against then-candidate Donald Trump and believed that Clinton should win the presidential election 1,000,000-0. Horowitz concluded that Strzok's bias cast a cloud over the investigation. According to Meadows and Rep. Louis Gohmert of Texas, Strzok was one of the 4 FBI officials who attended a meeting with 2 members of the ICIG's office, investigator Frank Rucker and attorney Jeanette McMillan. During the meeting, Rucker informed the FBI about the metadata anomaly. Meadows and Gohmert have suggested that Strzok ignored the lead. The FBI declined for comment, of course. Charles McCullough, who served as the ICIG during the FBI's Clinton email investigation, didn't respond to a request for comment. According to a transcript of the closed-door testimony by Strzok reviewed by the Epic Times, Strzok told members of Congress in June 2018 that he didn't remember a meeting with the ICIG during which a discussion about changes in the metadata occurred. Strzok added that he wasn't aware of anything in the Clinton email investigation that his team didn't pursue. Several other FBI and DOJ witnesses questioned by Congress about the matter claimed to have no memory of it. Of course, when then FBI Director James Comey exonerated Clinton in 2016, he stated that while the FBI was unable to find direct evidence of an intrusion into the Clinton server, sophisticated foreign adversaries wouldn't have left discoverable traces on the server. The Bureau determined that hostile actors gained access to the private email account of people Clinton regularly communicated with. As Secretary of State, Clinton sent and received work-related emails on the territories of foreign adversaries. Comey said. Given that combination of factors, we assess it as possible that hostile actors gained access to Secretary Clinton's personal email account, Comey said on July 5th, 2016. So I stand corrected. He did say, he said it's possible, but he never came out and said that they actually did. Gomer told the Epoch Times on June 26th that the U.S. intelligence community has established without a doubt that China hacked Clinton's email and that the FBI refused to examine the evidence. And I remember hearing about that. I remember hearing about China hacking into the server way before June 26th. I heard this during the initial investigation. There's no question China was involved, Gomer said. Gomer was the first lawmaker to publicly claim that China hacked Clinton's server. President Donald Trump is the only other official to have made the same claim. Hillary Clinton's email, many of which are classified information, got hacked by China, Trump wrote on Twitter on August 28, 2018. Mark Ruskin, a 27-year-old veteran of the FBI, told the Epoch Times that Comey's exoneration statement was so vague with regard to foreign intrusion into Clinton's server that his statement may have covered the recent disclosures from Gomer and Meadows. The FBI documented at least 4 meetings with the ICIG before Strzok was assigned to the Clinton email investigation and transferred to headquarters from the Bureau Washington field office. The meeting took place on July 10th, July 13th, July 22nd, and August 3rd of 2015, according to documents the Bureau released to the public since the closing of the investigation. Strzok began working on the Clinton email probe in late August 2015. The FBI didn't release any documents memorializing meetings with the ICIG after Strzok arrived on the team. Strzok was transferred to the FBI headquarters from the Washington field office as a result of a decision to transform the Clinton email probe from a regular investigation into a headquarters special. FBI witnesses told the Inspector General that sensitive investigations had previously been run as headquarters special probes, which allow senior executives to exercise tighter control over the investigation. Over the course of 3 months, midway through the investigation, all of the officials above Strzok in the chain of command, with the exception of Comey, were replaced allegedly due to the retirements and promotions. The reshuffle brought in Andrew McCabe as the deputy director and attorney Lisa Page as the liaison with the Clinton email team. And, you know, it's the usual suspects here. The same names keep popping up. Page and Strzok maintained an extramarital tryst throughout the Clinton email probe. Their biased text messages expressed hatred towards Trump and preference for Clinton served as the core evidence of Horowitz' conclusion that bias had cast a cloud over the investigation. True. Several witnesses told the Inspector General that Strzok circumvented the official chain of command by communicating directly with Page and thus to McCabe. Ruskin told the Epoch Times it's unusual for 3 senior-level executives to be replaced during a major investigation. Ruskin noted there would be an additional cause for concern if the outgoing officials didn't go on to any executive-level positions in the private sector immediately after leaving the FBI. In this case, 2 of the officials entered the private sector shortly after leaving the Bureau, and the third was promoted to a higher post at the Bureau. So I think they wanted to bring in their own people to help cover it up. The article goes on to say that Executive Assistant Director John Giacalone became the Vice President of Hilton Worldwide in March 2016 after he left the FBI the months before. Deputy Director Mark Giuliano became the Chief Security Officer of Invesco Limited in February 2016 after he left the FBI the month prior. Executive Assistant Director Randall Coleman was promoted to Executive Assistant Director position of a different FBI division in December 2015. So they just shuffled them around so they can get their people in to help cover up. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments below. Do you think that Hillary Clinton email server got hacked by a foreign entity or not? Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out DEMOCREPUBLIX.com for the latest in news. Until next time. We living on a really nightmare. We living on a really nightmare.